Hey everybody, going to do a topic that involves something fun. Fun meaning, how about a like a bluesy shuffle or a boogie? Probably a better description, a boogie. All right, so let me just zoom in. That's a little better, I think. Okay, so what I want to discuss is different types of boogies, as they're called. Probably the simplest one is to start with your index finger on the second fret of the A string. And what you're going to do is pluck the low E string and the A string, just the two strings. So you start with these two, and then take your ring finger and put it on the fourth fret of the A string. And then again, pluck these two strings, the low E and the A. Okay? Then release your ring finger. Put your ring finger back on the fourth fret of the A string. Now you're playing two strings at a time. So it's off, on, off, on. This finger never changes. It stays consistent. And I think the best way for this hand to do its job is you could lean, try not to be like from your elbow. It's more of a wrist and finger thing. So you'll learn later on to mute the strings. Right now, we're just going to rest over here. Okay. So let's do that again. Open the E string. Point the finger on the second fret of the A string. Pluck two strings together. Then put your ring finger down. Fourth fret, A string. So it's off, on, off, on. For starters, just strum one each. Till you get used to that off and on thing with your ring finger. Okay. Now, if you want to be daring, you can pluck three strings. The low E, the A string, and the D string, and get this sound. Once you get this motion down pat, then you can double it up, meaning rather than one strum on each chord, do two. Again. And also, now you can do three strings. Either way is good. It's all up to you, what you can handle. Now, to make it a little bit fancier, what we're going to do is we're going to maintain the same finger setup here, index finger. You can just cover, if you want, just the A string, or you could cover the A string and the D string. But for right now, we're going to concentrate just on the low E and the A string. So here's the thing I was talking about to make it a little bit more enhanced. Again, we're going to just do one stroke, one strum per setup here. Now we're going to put down the ring finger, and now put down your pinky on the fifth fret. And if you don't have enough hand stretch, don't be afraid to lift your ring finger. If your hand will stretch it, that you can keep your ring finger in place. if you're having a problem, then just do this. Watch. Ring finger, pinky, and ring finger off. Sorry, pinky down, ring finger off. One more time. E and the A string. Then I'm putting down my ring finger. Now I'm going to lift my ring finger and I'm going to put the pinky down. And again, you only have to do that if your hand is too small to stretch or if you have arthritis or whatever. So you can do this. Whatever works for you. Now another nice one would be on an A chord, which you're going to finger the same exact way. You're going to use the open A string, and your pointer finger is going to hold down the 2nd fret of the D string. So you hear these two together. Now we're going to do the same on, off with your ring finger. So we're going to do these two strings, A and the D together, put down the ring finger, lift the ring finger, on, off. Once you get that down, then sure, you could then do it twice for each setup. Then you can enhance it by adding the pinky. So still, all I'm doing is I'm holding down the 2nd fret of the D string, and I'm playing an open A with the D string. Then I'm adding my ring finger to the 4th fret of the D string for an on, off, and if I want to add the pinky, I'm going to go the same thing, open A, D string, 2nd fret, add the ring finger on the 4th fret of the D string, and then I'm going to add the pinky to the 5th fret of the D string. Then I'm going to put down the ring finger again, and then back to this openness. Okay, now once you get that down pat, you could mix together the E and the A. So here we go. You don't have to do that exactly as I did. You can do it just an on-off. On and off with the A's. Now, we can also do this on a D like David chord. So we're going to play either 2 or 3 strings, but we're going to start off with 2 strings. Open D, and then you're going to put your pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. You're going to pluck 2 notes together, the D and the G. Once again, you're going to take your ring finger and put it on the 4th fret of the G string. So it's going to be off, on, off, on, off, on. do it one each. Now you can enhance it by adding the pinky. So we start again, open D string with the pointer finger on the second fret of the G string, 2 strings plucked, add the ring finger, then add the pinky to the 5th fret of the G string.